Hi y'all, this is part one of all the pictures I've colored in 2021. I started my coloring journey really at the end of 2020, but most of it all has been done in 2021. So this is, this is all Joanna Basford. Sorry, Teresa Goodridge. I do have Joanna Basford video coming up. This is all Teresa Goodridge, Creative Haven, and I think I was watching Coloring by Elena, and she loved this artist, and I really enjoyed watching Elena color these pages, so she inspired me to get some for myself. So the first book I bought by Teresa Goodridge was Wish You Were Here. And I've got a lot of tabs in here, but we will, and you'll probably see several whips in here too. But yeah, so many pictures I'd like to do. And so this was inspired by Elena also. And I just had Prismacolors at the time, so that is what I used. And coloring with K inspired me to do, or to add sparkles and shimmering, shiny things to my pictures. So, and there's some Posca in there also. I think I might have used a little bit of metallic paint somewhere down here. Yeah, I think kind of was all in here. Okay, the next one was, it was done back in the summer when the challenge was to do a picture, a summer picture with Christmas colors. And that's what I did. And of course I've got to add sparkle to it. I really enjoyed doing that. That was over on Teresa Goodridge's Facebook group. That was her challenge in the summer. I suppose I could have tabbed them all. All right, this is one of my favorites. I might do a favorites of 2020 separate video, but this one I just looked for this actual lighthouse. It's a lighthouse up in Maine, and I found some pictures of it and decided to try to color it those colors. Of course, there's a little bit of difference in this picture that Teresa drew or painted, and what is actually there. These trees aren't here, but these trees aren't in the actual photos, but I like that she added that. It gives a little more dimension to the picture. I use Prismacolors and lots of Posca, lots of sparkling paint, some watercolor paints. I had a great time. This is one of the first ones that I did completely on my own without looking at a video. This one was also inspired by Elena and watching her video. This was Prismacolor. I didn't have any other sets at the time. Or maybe I did, but she used Prismas, so I used Prismas. And I had a good time learning about how to do water and bricks, and that was fun. Did a little bit of people here. I'm not a big people fan, a coloring people fan. I do like people, but I don't necessarily want to color them. Okay, sorry about that. Village Charm was the second book that I had. I suppose we could look at it from behind. It'd be easier to find the pictures. You're going to hear me say Elena a lot. So just assume they're all inspired by her until I tell you otherwise. This one had a new kind of element for me, is to color distressed wood various places. So I've been able to take some of the things that I've learned in the different tutorials into my own pictures, so that's fun. I wouldn't mind doing this again and maybe doing some different colors. Sorry about that. This was completely mean. Yeah, see this right here? Elena did some bricks in a different picture, and I wanted to make the house, this house bricks, blue. And I just did all kinds of green, all kinds of colorful stuff here. Enjoyed that. Roofing tiles. More shading. I absolutely adored this one. This was an autumn picture, of course. I painted. I colored this in September, I think. And I followed Elena's video. But I did a few things differently. This part back here, this is all Prisma and various paint pens and sparkle pens. This part back here looked like to me that it was a road, a dirt road going behind this little barn. And I decided to do it that way rather than color it like the inside of the barn. And I think it turned out pretty well. So that was different. She did different color potatoes, and I wanted those to be brown potatoes. But I love the way she colors her metal colors, and so I practiced that. I think I did these differently. Anyhow, and the dogs. I made the dogs different. She had them, I think, black and white, and I wanted some brown dogs because I have 2 brown dogs and 1 half brown dog. Okay. I really thought I did more than that. I could have just pulled out a picture, I guess. Colored it separately. But anyhow, there's that one. Home Sweet Home was another book I got by Teresa Goodridge. All of these are going to be Teresa Goodridge, so. Yeah, I followed Elena's video, but I changed some colors. I wanted the door to be green, and so I used various green colors to kind of make it look distressed, and I wanted the wall to be green. And the tablecloth I made red instead of, I think, blue. She made this red, I made it blue. So you can see as these books progress, I'm starting to branch out and change some things. There's a lot of different elements in this that I liked. You've got fabric down here, you've got cake, fruit, different kind, you know, eggs, like a ceramic color. Sorry, I'm trying to keep in the center here. There's more fabric here, and some metal, lots of different metals, and oil and milk, leaves, flowers, sky. So you've got it all in this page. I really like that. I guess that was all from that. I need to color in this more. Country Charm was my next one. I try to put these in order of when I bought them. This one is a few months ago. I did this one. It was when I first got Ohuhu markers. I think I bought the pastel version and just did it all. I realized, wow, I can actually do a page in here in all alcohol markers, and I thought it turned out pretty well. I'm not sure if I think start out using pencils on the chair and then just came in with the alcohol markers. Did a little bit of shading, so I'm learning there. As I look through all these books, I can see, you know, what I could have done differently or better, or just my, you know, what I learned. These two I made, my husband and myself, in these pictures. I gave us some blue tops so that we could recognize each other right as we're riding along. I enjoyed learning how to do some brickwork here and some sky, so that was an enjoyable one. And all these are Prismacolors. In this one, I learned to do smog or smoke, you know, coming out of the train, steam. That was really fun. I enjoyed that. Elena likes to use a lot of Posca, so I had a few. I didn't have, I think I had the white Posca, but I had another Artistro acrylic pins, which most of them have dried out now. So, and this little thing I learned how to erase a bit of the picture and then color in with a yellow, and it looks like there's light streaming down and stuff. That was awesome. This is one of my favorites. You've got the distressed wood here again. I really like that. I wanted to make sure the whole picture was in the frame, so it may be far away to you. But you can make the picture bigger on YouTube, so good. We've got more shadow work here, learning how to do shadows. Some feathers. We got feathers here. I like that. Birds. But I really love the distressed wood look. This is a little bit distressed, but not too much. And you've got three different, well, this is probably like pottery, and then ceramic, and then a metal color. That was neat to learn how to color those. And this is one of the first pictures that I used Ohuhu alcohol markers and Prismacolors. I think it was Prismacolors. It might have been Sucolor. It was wax based. So that's the first time I put those two things together. And you see I'm down here trying to do the metal, and up here trying to do the metal in the mailbox, and the wood colors. There was a barn tutorial that I learned to do the barn, and I just made the cows two kinds of spots. And down in here I'm doing lots of rocks, and I think I looked at a tutorial for that. Dirt. I mean, dirt's really not that difficult. This was a strange part. When you look at, I wish I had a before and after, but when you look at this before, it almost looks like this bit is coming out, but then this part is in. So I finally kind of got my 3D eyes on and realized this is the inside of the barn here, and that's, you know, that's the hay inside. And then you can see the rolling green hills in the back through the window, and then the inside of the barn through those windows. So yeah, I had a good time putting those two together. I want to do more of that kind of thing this year. And the autumn book was my next one. This one, did I take? I think I took that out. I'm not sure why. I took this page out, and this was inspired by Shannon. I can't remember the name of her channel now. She changed it to something coloring and crafts with a Shani Boo, I think it was, or Shani Blue. And she had started doing this picture, and I said, all right, I'll start doing that. But then what I did, I think she was actually doing the same thing, taking the picture of in the back and trying to reproduce that. Probably didn't go dark enough on a lot of it, but you know, that's okay. It was my first one doing that. That was fun. Everything is fun. Oh, there's the first picture. I don't know, I think that just kind of fell out. This one I did all on my own, with lots of beautiful leaves and leaves sparkle. And this is my cat, Avery, and he's laying on a nice blue blanket. That looks like I took that out. That one. I started a couple in here. Oh yeah, this one was one of my favorites. I just looked at different tutorials for, like, the barn that I did in the other book, the barn wood, and some wood here. I just remembered how to do that. And I changed these birds. This one was, I don't know what kind of bird it was. This one was, I think this one was a cardinal. Okay, so what I did was I drew the beak longer so I can make this a bluebird. And then I drew, yeah, I drew the crest of a red bird on top of that bird. So I changed the birds. That was a fun picture. There's just so much going on, and I'm starting to get darker here with my shadows. I'm learning how to do that. And there's one. Oh, one thing I've learned from all these, going through all these books, is that I have a lot of whips. Probably not a year, maybe half a year of whips. I don't know. And down here I did, I think I did a lot of things on that. Sometimes I just keep layering and layering and layering until I get what I want. And then I finally just said, forget it, I'm gonna put sparkle on there. I looked at some different leaf tutorials, and liked his outfit to be blue, and then I've got the little bluebird up here, so I've tried to, and I looked at berries, how to do berries. So I had a good time with that too. I'm always having a good time with my coloring. Not always. Sometimes I get frustrated. And these two come from the next two books. think, don't I have another Christmas book? Yeah, where did it go? Wow. Home for the holidays. Yes. I believe I started one there. You know, I'm not sure I did a complete page from this. I was so excited to get it. Although I think this one came out of there. Well, shame on me for not doing a picture out of here. See, I started one. Yeah, I was looking on YouTube, on internet, and just looked up, I just was looking up this book, maybe Christmas Snow, something or other, and this popped up, and I was trying to emulate that. Yeah. Yeah, so one of these months or weeks I will finish it. So, well, there we are. I didn't finish one from that. So sad. Gingerbread. I took the picture out and put it on cardstock. This was, the Christmas ones you'll see are from my 12 Days of Christmas. And yeah, 12 Days of Christmas, where I put my pencils and my extra media stuff into some little spinny wheels on my phone and selected that way. And I learned that some things don't go together very well, and some things work fine. What all did I do on this one? I think I did Star Joy and paint pins, something like that. Anyhow, I like how it turned out. I like my little bow down here. It's very shimmery and shiny. And this one, I believe, came out of this book. Anyhow, and these are 4 of my 5 pets. I've got Sydney, whose ears actually stick up, but I color this dog the Sydney color. And Robin, she's mostly brown, and Kelly is brown here, but she's got black, barely see it right there. And this, of course, is Avery. There wasn't a 4th cat, and I suppose I could have like traced that and put it back here, you know, like Marty's hiding. But anyhow, I didn't do that. I just put the 4 on there. And of course, being sparkly as I am, this has a lot of sparkle in it. Our tree is blue and white and silver, and that's what I made the ornaments on there. And I popped in a little bit of red and up in here too, so I like how it turned out. And there was a time where I wanted all the presents to be wrapped the same color, and that was okay, but it's, you know, then the next year you have a 1/4 of a roll of the blue left, and then you've got to get another one, and that doesn't always match. And anyway, I kind of gave up on that. I started making a lot of my I made bags, fabric bags, to put the presents in, because that way they're reusable. This is the book where I got that from. Oh, I really wanted to do that picture. Maybe Christmas in July, or maybe when I'm just feeling extra Christmassy. Yep. And the last one, did I do any in here? I started something. I believe this is the one that the bakery came out of. I feel like there's, oh yeah, that, see, I've got it tabbed. That's one I wanted to do. Of course I want it to be Avery. Boop. Well, I think that's where the other one came off. All right, so that ended with a sputter. That's okay. I have a lot of whips. That's just it. Let's see, there's one. Yeah, and I got a lot that I wanted to do. Oh, I did do the front of this book. I love to add sparkle and practice doing metal here and rubber and basket weave, all kinds of neat stuff on that one. So yeah, had a good time there. All right, that is all my Teresa Goodridge finished pages for the year. And there's, I didn't get to work in It's a Cat's World, so I hope I can get that in this year. All right, thanks for watching. Watch for part 2. Bye.